Here's the thing about the Dylan and Taylor thing, okay? And this is the most common thing that I recognize between men who've been narcissistically abused and women who've been narcissistically abused. First off, nobody's blameless in this entire thing. You can't have a narcissistic relationship without a willing participant. And so what people fail to realize is that the person that's being abused by the narcissist is just as manipulative as the narcissist is. Oh, but Marshall, what do you mean? Like, I'm not manipulative, I'm not toxic. Calm down. Your ability to understand this will truly set you free. A narcissist is somebody that goes out and hurts other people to be able to get what they want in life. But a wounded empath will continue to hurt themselves to get other people to do what they want. Now stick with me because I'm getting to a point with Taylor and Dylan. For me as the wounded empath, my toxic and manipulative trait my entire life was that I will martyr myself to try to get people to love me and accept me. When they don't love me and accept me the way that I feel like they should, then I react in a way that shows them with a usually nonverbal communication, shows them that I'm done with them, that they can't hurt me, that I'm bigger and better than that, which usually looks like me self-destructing or self-sabotaging, picking up my stuff, taking my ball, and running home. No matter which way you spin that, fam, that's manipulation, okay? That's toxic. So what I mean when I say it takes two to tango is you can't have a narcissist without a wounded empath. They both are equally as toxic. They're just at separate ends of the spectrum. With all of that being said, the number one thing that I noticed that's the difference between male victims and female victims of narcissistic abuse is this, is that the men almost 100% of the time will claim like, listen, bro, I wasn't blameless. I was equally had my share of things too. I wasn't perfect. But, and then ... right? Like the men are almost always willing to understand and accept some of the blame that they weren't perfect. Female victims of narcissistic abuse, though, rarely was it anything to do with them. Rarely was it anything that they could have changed or anything significant. They may say the things and go through the motions. Oh, I could have, but there's no real genuine conviction in what they're saying. Now, again, I'm not speaking for all women. I'm not speaking for all men. I'm saying this is just by and large what I've noticed 18 months in the N.A.R.C space and talking to tens of thousands of people now about their experience. Men are like, yo, I should have done better. And most women are like, it was all him. So how does this all pertain to Taylor and Dylan? It's because it's like if you saw that video of her hip tossing those steel metal chairs across the kitchen, eventually hitting her child while she was trying to hurt Dylan and attacking him, choking him, hitting him, all these things, screaming at him. If you see that kind of abuse and you can't get over the fact that you just think it was his fault and there had to be something else malicious behind the scenes, yeah, you're right. You're right. There probably was some bullshit going on. We have been in those situations, whether you're the victim or you're the narcissist. We've been in those situations. We know how volatile they are. That's why they get like that. Nobody is excusing Dylan of anything that he has done. We are all just saying, yo, this is what domestic abuse looks like for men. This is it. And when men stand up and say, oh, we're being hurt, we're being domestically abused, it's like all of the women of domestic abuse come out and they're like, liar, it was the man. Like, imagine if men treated female rape victims like that. What if, like, when women were raped, you're like, because some people do, and it's disgusting. And that's how millions of men across the world feel. Men who have jobs, they get up and go to work, they support their family, they don't cheat, they're not out gambling and drinking and getting in fights. They're upstanding citizens. They are leaders in their community. And then we go through these things, this toxicity. We experience this, we have nobody to talk to, and then if and when we finally do get the courage to come out about it, we're the ones that are blamed for it. That's the life of being a man, and I'm not whining. We're not playing victim. I'm just saying if you look at that video and you see him as the person that's at fault, the one that's the abuser, you have a sickness. You have a mental sickness in your head.